Sometimes I get anxiety, like learning anxiety. I got coffee all over my shirt, of course. I would. I have a tendency to think that things take a lot less time than they really do. I'm not known for calculating time accurately. Thank you for taking the time. All right, guys, so I am back at another mastermind. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I live at these masterminds. This is like my vacation because I get to learn and I get to network, and then I get to get on a plane and go somewhere or drive somewhere. I'm actually in Tampa this weekend, which isn't too crazy. I live in Fort Lauderdale, so it's like I think like a 3 or 4 hour drive, but I don't like driving long distances like that. So I am just going to, well, I took a flight actually. So today is day one. It's Saturday and Sunday. So this mastermind specifically is focused on creative financing. So different types of deal structuring, subject to seller finance, lease options. I wanted to come out here. I'm actually working with a mentor right now that has been doing this for 20 years plus. And he's going to be speaking here. And he's like, hey, come out here. And I was in one of his calls that he does with me because I'm a part of his mastermind. And then he's like, you got to come out here. So I was like, you know what? Book the flight in 2 days. And I'm out here. So I'm really excited to connect with him in person because we've never really met. And then I want to learn more about creative financing. I know a lot already about creative financing, but I feel like it's good to be around people that do things differently and learn. And it is a crowd of, I don't want to say older investors, but yeah, I mean older investors that have been doing this for like 20, 30 years. So I really love listening to someone that's been doing this for such a long time, how they look at things, how they think about deal structuring. I'm helping my students right now learn a lot more about creative finance and implement this in their business. So anything that I can learn and I can bring back to other people, that's a win for me. So I'm excited. Ooh, oh my God. Every time I put foundation on, it falls on my shirt. And like it's like I need like a bib because this shirt is white. White and me are just not friends. Oh my God. The challenge with being a student of life like I am is that sometimes I want to learn everything in a period of like 30 days. And sometimes I get anxiety, like learning anxiety, because I want to read so much and learn so much. And what I've learned now is that the best way for me to learn information, I hate that. So what I'm doing right now is every 30 days, I have a different topic that I'm learning about. So right now I'm really focused on creative financing. Like I'm not focusing on anything else because if I do, then I'm going to be learning about 3 different things and only a small percentage of the information sticks. Not a lot of the information sticks. So I feel like I need to take a step back, take it one thing at a time so my brain does not get overwhelmed. And then I think also it's important for me to learn and implement because the times that I have had the biggest impact in my career with anything is that as soon as I learn it, I start implementing it. I think it's really working so far. So I just have to really train myself to stay on topic and not get shiny object syndrome because everything, business, sales, real estate, now I'm really into also like the online space, like branding, social media and all of that. So all of that is really exciting for me and I want to learn it all and I want to learn it now and like that's not realistic. So I just got to chill. All right, let's get into it. I'm excited. I'm in my black and white vibes today. All right. Okay, we are wrapping up for the day. Wrapping up. I got my big binder, and you better believe I took a lot of notes because I'm a great student. I did not make it through the day without staining my shirt. I don't know if you guys can see. I got coffee all over my shirt, of course. I would. And then they spelled my name wrong. It's spelled Idalia. So far off from what my actual name is, but it was funny. We are getting ready part 2. So I actually had this whole plan in my head. I was gonna go to the mall and buy an outfit because I'm getting ready to go to the Benson Boone concert. Because I booked the ticket because I looked up things that were happening tonight and I don't want to stay in the hotel watching Netflix. And then I realized it was already 6 and the concert starts at 8. And then when I looked again, it was 6:30. So I have a tendency to think that things take a lot less time than they really do. I'm not known for calculating time accurately. So plan B, I actually found a crop top in my bag. I was actually really lucky that I packed it. So a crop top saves you for anything. Like, you put on a crop top and a pair of jeans and like you're ready to go. So I'm good. No need to go to the mall. I don't want to miss the concert and I don't want to be late. It's nighttime, so we're gonna change up. So it's day 2. Today is when we get into creative deal structuring. So this mastermind is not for someone that's new. This is for someone that's already doing creative financing deals and wants to level up their game and learn to put better deals together and more complex deals. It's all about problem solving. So I'm really excited. I geek out on this stuff. I love real estate. I am a big real estate nerd. And last night I had so much fun at the Benson Boone concert. He's such a great performer. He was jumping around, doing backflips, and the music, he has a mix of sad songs and upbeat songs, but the upbeat songs, I was there with a lot of little girls because apparently his fandom is a lot of young girls, obviously, because he's a young, attractive guy. So I was jumping around with the little girls, having a blast. I love the energy. I'm going to have breakfast, have coffee, because I need to get my energy up. And then I'm meeting up with Jeff from my community. Have coffee. Thank you for taking the time. So I pulled you out of a seminar that we're a part of to interview you, so I appreciate you taking the time.
My pleasure.
I was chasing you down. I was waiting. So I'm really excited to be here with you. I really admire you. I am learning from you right now, so I am one of your students.
Thank you. You're very kind.
Really grateful for that. And you have so much experience, so much wisdom in real estate. You're an attorney.
Yep.
You've been a part of influencing even legislature. You are an investor over 30 years, and I like your philosophy and how you do business, and you own a lot of rentals. You're a part of over 178 properties that you own. 180 doors, something like that, yeah. We lost count.
If I had to, it'd take me a while to count them, yes.
Yeah, once you reach a certain point, you just lose count. So I wanted to chat with you to pick your brain and understand from your position, the level of experience that you have, what does it take to get to that level of success, but also what are some of the important lessons that you've learned that could potentially help newer investors, not just start investing, but do it in a way where there's less risk and they're moving through this journey without having to go through a lot of the pitfalls that a lot of investors have to go through. So thank you. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Let me give you a little bit of background on me, fill in the gaps. I've been a lawyer in the state of Ohio now, licensed only in the state of Ohio. I'm in my 34th year. I've been a part-time real estate investor for 31 years. I got inspired to do real estate investing by 2 of my uncles, one of whom never got past the 8th grade, learning disability, a little bit of a speech impediment, but otherwise brilliant. When he came out of the Navy, he started in Southern California, working at the University of California, Los Angeles, bought a home, figured out how to fix it up and resell it and make some money, and then he would just buy and build and rent. He would build homes, one here, one there, do air conditioning on the side, and by the time he moved out of Southern California, he was worth over $10 million. Wow. And today he has a very lucrative free and clear portfolio in Frisco, Texas, lives way beneath his means, and he's been my huge inspiration and encouragement, because for a guy that never got past the 8th grade, a guy that has struggles with dyslexia and reading abilities can do it. Anybody can do it. He just has the one thing that you absolutely have to have, You have to have a relentless desire to succeed.
A weekend of learning creative financing, advanced structures, connecting, networking, and also having some fun. We have made it to the airport, and I have my big binder with me, and I'm ready to go home. It was a successful weekend, so I'm ready. Fort Lauderdale, here I come. I'm at the airport, and I wanted to wrap up the weekend by going over some of the key takeaways while it's still fresh in my head. Overall, I enjoyed the experience. I liked being in a group of investors that are older, that have been doing this for 20 years plus, because I can learn from the way they look at business and the way they look at structuring deals. I wrote down some notes. The airport is a little bit chaotic, but you guys can still hear me. I think from older people, it's interesting to see the way they move, so different from the younger generation when it comes to real estate investing, because the older crowd is more interested in slow and steady growth versus the younger crowd just wants to be moving quickly. I want to become a millionaire fast. So I think it's good to see their point of view, and they're also always looking at risk, which is something that I look at when I do deals, but now I'm going to be even more cautious of looking at the potential risk long term of doing a deal versus just doing a deal just to do a deal. Lease options are a very low risk way to be able to acquire the right to purchase a property at a later time, and you get similar benefits to taking the property over subject to, but without those risks like the due on sale clause and things like that. So they also talked a lot about making sure that the seller understands the transaction and creating that trust factor, which is already something that is important for me. When you're purchasing a property in creative financing, it requires the seller knowing you, understanding you, and creating that level of trust. So I'm glad whatever I was already doing in my business is what they continue to talk about. One thing that I did take away from the event is it's just having more of an open mind when it comes to structuring deals and not closing off the possibilities. So they talked a lot about there is no one way to do a deal, right? Every deal that you do is different, and a lot of times within the same deal, you utilize different creative financing structures, like from a lease option to a seller finance, or subject to a lease option, or wrap. So just looking at a deal from 20 different ways and understanding these types of creative financing strategies at a high level allows me to look at a deal and be able to combine all of them to make a deal make sense. Making sure that I move through real estate investing with a focus on doing what's right for the seller, right? Making sure the seller understands the process, connections, relationships first before anything, and moving slower and steady, but making sure that I make the right investments, which long term are gonna be better for me. So instead of chasing that next deal, is looking at long term what my true goals are and what I'm looking to achieve, right? People that are older, there's a reason why they're saying that. They've already lived, they have life experience, and I'm always very self-aware, and I listen, and I like understanding the way that other people view life and business. So it was great. It was a great event. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna head home. It was a nice weekend. I got to learn, meet new people, go to a concert, and now I'm heading home, and I've got a lot that I want to implement. All right, guys, bye.